Have you ever stopped to feel that strange weight that falls upon your shoulders every time you begin to dream again? That quiet little voice, almost imperceptible, whispering in the back of your mind saying, "This is not for you. Your time has passed. Look at your age. Look at your bills. Look at what they have already tried to do to you." Well, I need to tell you a truth that will shake your being from the beginning to the end of this video. You are not attracting what you ask for. You are attracting exactly what you feel you already are. And as long as you do not understand this, they will keep trying to fill you with discouragement regarding your dream. Because the enemy of your mind knows that, the moment you learn the law of belief, nothing else in this world will have the power to stop you. Take a deep breath now. You did not arrive at this video by chance. There is a silent force orchestrating this meeting between my words and your ears, and the message is simple, direct, surgical. They are trying to fill you with discouragement because your dream frightens the forces that have always wanted to see you small. React. React with faith. React with feeling. React with the law of belief. Because the truth that no one told you is this: feeling is the key. It is not your desperate prayer. It is not your spreadsheet of affirmations. It is not your vision board taped to the wall. It is the feeling, the state of consciousness you occupy when no one is watching, that shapes your reality out there. Today I will guide you on a deep journey into your own I am. I am Arthur Sterling reincarnated in the words you are about to hear. I am the echo of William Bennett knocking on the door of your subconscious. I am the science of the higher plane, of the electromagnetic field of the heart, of the quantum physics that finally confirmed what the mystics knew for millennia. And I have come here at this moment to teach you how to occupy the state of the wish fulfilled, even if everything out there screams the opposite. Before we continue, I want you to feel in your chest the question that will unlock everything. Why are so many people trying to fill you with discouragement right now? Why just now, when you felt a spark of hope again, do doors seem to close? Do relatives start to comment? Do the bills arrive? Do the bad news invade the family group, and that feeling of, "it's not going to work," comes back in full force? Because your dream is near. Because your manifestation is about to cross the chain of events. And the final test before delivery is always discouragement. Memorize this: the final test is always discouragement. And here is the common mistake that annuls your manifestation, the error that 95% of people commit and never discover. They ask with their mouths, but feel the exact opposite with their subconscious. They say, "I want prosperity," while their soul cries, "I am poor." They say, "I want love," while their inner self screams, "No one wants me." They say, "I want healing," while every cell in their body repeats, "I am sick." And the universe, which is a faithful mirror of your subconscious mind, returns with mathematical precision the feeling, not the words. That is why you can spend your whole life asking and never receive. It is not the divine that ignores you. It is you who is asking for one thing and assuming another. The law of belief is not a technique. It is an existential stance. To assume means to enter the state, to wear the inner garment of the wish fulfilled, to walk around the house tonight feeling that what you asked for has already happened. It is not pretending. Pretending is superficial. To assume is deep. To assume is to look in the bathroom mirror at 11 at night after an exhausting day and feel, without needing any proof, that you are already the person who is prosperous, loved, healed, free. This feeling is not a fantasy. This feeling is a seed, and every seed planted with steadfastness germinates in the higher plane before appearing in the material realm. And it is precisely at this point, just when you begin to grasp the magnitude of the revelation being delivered here, that something within you stirs. Perhaps you're feeling a chill right now. Perhaps your eyes are welling up. Perhaps you are mentally reviewing the last few days and realizing that small signs were there all along, asking you to pay attention. This video appeared to you when you needed it most. It was not the algorithm. It was your own I am clearing the way. And that is why I have prepared a powerful digital book for you. It is called How to Know If You Are Saved on Judgment Day, and it is no ordinary book. It is a mirror that shows, page by page, whether the soul that inhabits your body is ready to occupy the state of the wish fulfilled, or if it is still trapped in the old programs of fear, scarcity, and guilt that have tried to bury you your entire life. This book arrived at this video, at this exact moment, for a reason. It is not here for everyone. It is here for those who have been called, for those who feel within their chest that there is a spiritual responsibility toward their family, their children, and the legacy you will leave behind. The link is right below in the description and also pinned to the top of the comments, so you have no excuse for not finding it. Thousands of brothers and sisters have already opened this material and reported something startling. Things began to change before they even finished reading. The signs became clearer. Decisions became firmer. Fear lost its voice. Do not delay. Content like this disappears from the platform without warning. If the inner voice is pushing you now, obey. Click, download, read. And if this calling made sense in your heart, write Amen in the comments as a decree of acceptance of this new reality that has already begun to move on your behalf. Now come back with me, because the class is only just beginning, and what follows is the part that will change your inner dialogue forever. The inner dialogue is the sanctuary where your reality is manufactured. It is in that silent theater, inside your head, where you talk to yourself all day long, that your future is being written line by line. And here is the problem for most people over 35 who are listening to me. Your inner dialogue is poisoned. It is poisoned by decades of "I can't," "I don't deserve it," "It's too late," "Look at your age," "Look at the crisis," "Look at the country," "Look at your family." Each of these phrases, repeated mentally for years, has become a program running 24 hours a day in your subconscious. And the subconscious, brother, is neutral. It does not choose. It only obeys. It only executes. It only delivers exactly what you feel to be true about yourself. William Bennett taught that the subconscious mind is like fertile soil. You can plant a rose or a weed, and the soil will not judge. It will only make grow what has been planted. And Arthur Sterling added, everything you assume to be true, with feeling, solidifies. If you assume that you are a loser, the universe delivers scenes of loss to you. If you assume that you are a winner, the universe rearranges the pieces until scenes of victory find you. There is no injustice. There is law, there is precision, there is spiritual mathematics, and now science has finally arrived where spirituality has always been. Research from the HeartMath Institute has shown that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field 5,000 times more intense than the brain. This field extends for meters around you and responds directly to your emotional state. When you feel deep gratitude, this field organizes itself into coherent patterns that literally alter the way people, situations, and opportunities approach you. When you feel fear, anger, or scarcity, the field enters into chaos and pushes away exactly what you desire most. This is not mysticism. This is physics. This is measurable. This is the higher plane manifesting in the material realm through feeling. Think about this for a second. Your bank account is exactly the size of your average feeling about money over the last 5 years. Your relationship is exactly the size of the feeling you have cultivated regarding your worthiness of love. Your health is responding to the feeling you nurture about your own body. It is not an injustice from heaven. It is a mirror. It is a faithful reflection. And the good news, the news that changes everything, is this. The feeling can be changed today, tonight, before you fall asleep. Before you fall, there is a technique that Arthur Sterling called nocturnal reprogramming, and I want to teach it to you now with the utmost care, because it is a golden key. The minutes before you fall asleep are the most sacred of your day. In those moments, the barrier between the conscious and subconscious mind becomes paper thin. What you feel and visualize in that moment enters directly into the fertile soil and takes root with tripled strength. Most people throw this golden moment away by watching bad news, arguing on WhatsApp, scrolling through social media, or reading bills that arrived. You will no longer do this. Starting tonight, you will use these minutes for a short scene. A scene that implies your desire has already happened. Not the scene of the desire coming to pass. No. The scene of the aftermath. The embrace of a loved one thanking you for having arrived. The hand holding the deed to the new house. The doctor saying, "Everything is clear, you are cured." Your child saying, "Thank you, Mom, for never giving up." You enter into this scene, feel as if it is happening now, and fall asleep in that state. Do this for 7 nights in a row and prepare your heart for what will begin to move. And it is here, exactly here in the middle of this revelation, that I feel the need to pause and look into your eyes for an instant. Because I know what is happening inside you. I know that something is shifting. I know that perhaps your breathing is a little different, with a sensation in your chest that you cannot name. This is not common emotion. This is your I am recognizing the truth that it has always known, and that was silenced by the noise of life. Your soul is saying, finally, someone put into words what I have been feeling. And if you are feeling this right now, it is because your time has come. That is why I have prepared a powerful digital book for you, How to Know If You Are Saved on Judgment Day. This material deepens exactly this point. How to recognize the signs that your reprogramming is working, how to shield your family from collective discouragement, and how to traverse the chain of events without losing faith along the way. The link is pinned in the description of this video and also at the top of the comments, waiting for you. Do not postpone this decision. He who delays the calling, delays the delivery. Click, download, read it tonight before you sleep, before something out there tries to cause you discouragement once again. Now we come to the most important part of this entire message. You must understand the concept of the chain of events. When you assume the state of the wish fulfilled, the universe must reorganize reality to deliver your request. And this reorganization does not happen by magic. It happens through a series of linked occurrences, small incidents that guide you, step by step, to your final destination. The problem is that 90% of these bridges look like problems at first glance, like obstacles, like bad news, like people drifting away, like doors closing. And the average person who has not been taught looks at these bridges and says, "See, it won't work, I knew it." And they give up. The desire evaporates because they have let go of the feeling. You will do this no more. From today on, every time something seemingly bad happens after you have started to manifest, you will smile inwardly and say, "This is a chain of events. It is leading me to the yes." Because the one who is fired finds the job of their dreams. The one who is abandoned finds true love. The one in debt finds the opportunity that settles it all. The one who is ill finds the treatment no one had seen before. But only those who practice steadfastness in the feeling, only those who did not let go of the hand of I am, only those who understood that the bridge is part of the path, make it to the other side. And discouragement, my dear brother, is the most sophisticated temptation that exists against your manifestation. Because discouragement does not come as an enemy. It comes as realism. It comes as family advice. It comes as common sense. It comes as, let's be grounded. But beneath this mask of reason, it is stealing your seed. It is tearing from the fertile soil what you have just planted. And that is why reacting with faith is not optional. It is mandatory. It is urgent. It is spiritual life or death. Think of your own history. Remember how many times you were one step away from something great, and all it took was one comment, a piece of news, a comparison with the neighbor, a look at your bank statement for you to let it all go. How many manifestations did you abort in the 6th month because you could not endure the chain of events? How many dreams did you bury because discouragement arrived disguised as prudence? Today this cycle ends. Today you internally sign a pact with your own I am. Today you say, no matter what appears out there, I will practice steadfastness in the feeling. Because steadfastness, write this on your heart, steadfastness is the only real bridge between the higher plane and the material realm. Arthur Sterling used to tell a story that I never forgot. He said that during one of his practices, he wanted to leave the American Army to visit his family. He asked his superior, and it was denied. Any ordinary person would have given up. Arthur went to bed that night and, within his imagination, felt that he was already home. He smelled his mother's cooking. He felt the warmth of his family. He fell asleep in that state. The next day, without any rational explanation, the same superior called Arthur and said, "I changed my mind, you can go." It was not luck. It was not a coincidence. It was the law of belief operating exactly as it always does when someone dares to feel before seeing. You can do the same. The same law that served Arthur serves you. The same physics that operates in the electromagnetic field of his heart operates in yours. There are no privileged saints. There is technique, there is discipline, there is feeling, and there is steadfastness. And now I need to tell you about your I am, because without understanding this, nothing I have said so far will work. When you open your mouth and say I am, you are invoking the most powerful name in the universe. I am was how the Creator himself introduced himself to Moses. I am that I am. It is not by chance. Everything that comes after I am materializes. I am tired. I am poor. I am lonely. I am sick. I am too old. Each of these sentences is a decree being stamped onto your subconscious. You are, without realizing it, actively creating your own prison. What if today you started to change this? What if today you began to say, even if it does not yet seem true in the material realm, I am prosperous, I am loved, I am healthy, I am guided, I am capable, I am what I have always desired to be. Not as an empty affirmation, but as a deep identification, felt in your chest, in your stomach, in your soul. Each time you pronounce it with feeling, a crack opens in the prison. And when those cracks connect, the entire wall falls. And what was on the outside finally meets you. But take heed, because now comes the error that cancels everything. The error that 95% commit and never discover. People state, I am prosperous in the morning, and spend the rest of the day complaining that money is scarce. They say, I am loved in the mirror, and spend the night analyzing why no one calls. They say, I am healed, and spend the entire day researching symptoms on the internet. You cannot plant and pull up the plant on the same day. Steadfastness in the feeling throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month is what makes the harvest appear. It is not the frequency of the affirmation, it is the constancy of the feeling. And here, at this exact point in our conversation, I need you to feel the weight of a truth. You are not here for entertainment. You are here by summons. There is something greater driving this encounter between your heart and these words. Perhaps it is your family that needs you to wake up. Perhaps it are your children who need a mother or a father who finally understands the law of belief. Perhaps it is you yourself in a future moment, looking back and thanking yourself for having listened to this video until the end. The reason does not matter. It matters that you obey the call now. And that is why I have prepared a powerful digital book for you, How to Know If You Are Saved on Judgment Day. This material is the direct continuation of everything we are seeing here. It deepens the nocturnal reprogramming step by step. It reveals the 7 signs that your manifestation is crossing the chain of events. It shields your mind against the collective discouragement that is trying to rip from the fertile soil what you have just planted. Brazilians over 35, brothers tired of superficial methods, have written to me reporting that after applying what is on those pages, situations that had been stuck for years began to move in weeks. Old debts found a way to be settled. Lost relationships returned with new strength. Diagnoses were revised, not because the book is magical, but because it teaches you how to finally occupy the correct state. The link is pinned below in the description and at the top of the comments, waiting exactly for you. Do not leave it for tomorrow. He who delays the call delays his life. Now let us talk about the attacks you will suffer when you begin to apply all of this. Because I did not come here to tell you pretty lies. I came to prepare you. The moment you begin to occupy the state of the wish fulfilled, your surroundings will react. And this reaction will not be subtle. Those close to you will start making strange comments. What's gotten into you? You've become weird. Feeling a bit full of yourself, aren't you? You're running away from reality. They will try to pull you back to the old state because the old state was familiar to them. The old state was comfortable because it kept you on their level. When you rise in frequency, you become an inconvenience. You become a mirror that shows others what they could also be, but have chosen not to. And few people can bear the sight of that mirror. Do not fight it. Do not try to convince anyone. Do not try to prove you are right. Just continue. Smile, say thank you, and move on. The law of belief does not ask for an audience. The law of belief asks for conviction, and your conviction, felt in your chest, maintained through your inner dialogue, held steady in the hours when no one is watching, is what will make the impossible become inevitable. Crises will also appear out there. The car will break down, the bill will arrive higher than expected, bad news will hit the family group chat, a frightening diagnosis will knock at the door. Remember what I told you. This is the chain of events. This is the old reality collapsing so the new one can be born. It is not punishment, it is childbirth. And every birth involves pain. But the pain of childbirth does not deny the life that is arriving. On the contrary, it announces it. You need to understand that the higher plane operates on a different time scale than the material realm. Up there, your desire already exists. It is already finished. It has already been delivered. What is missing is for the material realm to reorganize itself to accommodate what is already true in the higher plane. And this reorganization takes time, even if that time is less than your impatience would like. Each time you feel the desire already fulfilled, you are pulling this reality from the higher plane into the material realm. Each time you doubt, complain, or despair, you push the delivery further away. It is that simple, it is that cruel, it is law. And in this interval between feeling and manifestation, there is one word that will be your best friend or your worst enemy. That word is steadfastness. Steadfastness is not stubbornness. Steadfastness is faith with a method. It is continuing to feel, continuing to visualize, continuing to give thanks even before seeing, even when your physical eyes still show the opposite. The Bible itself said, "Call those things which be not as though they were." The ancients knew, the mystics knew, Arthur Sterling knew, William Bennett knew, and now you know. I want you to imagine yourself 12 months from now. 12 months is nothing. It goes by fast. 12 months ago, you were much the same as you are today, in many aspects. Now visualize, 12 months from today, if you apply all of this with discipline, with feeling, with steadfastness, where will you be? What bank account will you have? What kind of relationship will be within your home? What health will run through your veins? What peace will be looking back at you in the mirror? Feel it now. Don't think, feel, because feeling is what creates. Thought without feeling is smoke. And while you feel it, realize one thing. The same amount of time will pass regardless. 12 months will arrive whether you are applying this or not. The question is, where do you want to be when that time is up? Complaining about the same problems or harvesting the first fruits of your new consciousness? The choice is being made now, not tomorrow, now. With every word you hear, with every breath that enters your chest, with every heartbeat that is synchronizing with this new frequency. And behold the beauty. Your own body is adjusting even as I speak. Right now your heart is generating an electromagnetic field different from the one it was generating before you opened this video. You are literally reprogramming yourself while you listen to me. And this reprogramming will continue to work over the coming hours, the coming nights, the coming weeks. The process has already begun. There is no turning back. But, and there is a huge but, this only holds if you protect this new frequency. And that is where the danger of collective discouragement lies. They are trying to discourage you from your dream in many ways, and most of them are silent. The soap opera themed on tragedy, the news program showing only what is going wrong, the family WhatsApp group conversation focusing on your uncle's problems, the neighbor telling you that so-and-so went bankrupt. All of this is poison to the fertile soil you have just prepared, and you must, with love but with firmness, shield your mental environment. It is not arrogance. It is not alienation. It is spiritual care. It is the same care a mother takes when choosing what her newborn child will hear in the first months of life. Your dream is a spiritual newborn. It needs care, protection, and the right nourishment. The right nourishment is gratitude. The right nourishment is visualization. The right nourishment is positive inner dialogue. The right nourishment is your imagination occupying, hour by hour, the state of the wish fulfilled. And you will discover something fascinating. As you protect this frequency, new people start appearing in your life. Different conversations start to take place. Opportunities you swore did not exist begin to emerge from nowhere. You turn on the television, and that very program is talking about the topic you needed to hear. You open your phone, and the right message arrives at the right moment. This is the chain of events operating in your favor. This is the higher plane materializing. React. React now. React with faith. Not blind faith, not the faith of a beggar, but the faith of a child who knows who the Father is. Faith that feels before seeing. Faith that occupies the state before the proof arrives. Faith that says, in silence, with all the conviction in your heart, I am what I asked for, period, it is finished. And when you are in this state, pay attention. No one will be able to discourage you anymore, because discouragement only takes hold of those who are empty, those who are full of the feeling of manifestation, those who are inhabiting the higher plane from within are untouchable. Let the criticism come, let the bills come, let the mean comments come. Nothing penetrates. You become a spiritual fortress upon rocks, and the storms pass by on the outside without entering. Now I must give you a practical instruction that you will use starting today. I will give you a sequence of 7 steps for the next 7 days. Take mental note. First, choose a single desire, the most urgent one, the one most deeply felt. Do not scatter yourself across 10 requests. Focus on one. Second, create a short scene of at most 30 seconds that implies the desire has already happened. Third, every morning upon waking, before picking up your phone, spend 3 minutes feeling this scene as real. Fourth, every night before falling asleep, repeat the scene while feeling it and drift off to sleep within it. Fifth, during the day, whenever you remember, whisper to yourself, I am, and complete it with the desire already fulfilled. Sixth, when a thought of doubt arises, do not fight it, just replace it immediately with the scene. Seventh, give thanks before seeing. Give thanks as if it already were. Give thanks with tears if they come. Do this for 7 days and tell me what happened. But I warn you now, the 7th day will surprise you, and the 30th will startle you, not because the universe is magical, but because the law is faithful. And when you begin to harvest, remember one fundamental thing: do not stop. Many people gather the first fruits and relax. They return to their old state. They think it is over. It is never over. The law of belief is a way of life. It is a permanent stance. It is an I am that eternally rewrites itself. You will always have new desires, new levels, new achievements, and the technique is the same. Assume, feel, practice steadfastness, harvest, forever. I am reaching the end of this video, but your story is just beginning to turn the page. Everything they tried to take from you, every dream they mocked, every door they slammed in your face, every person who said you wouldn't make it, they will look on in a while and not understand what happened. They will say he was lucky, she made it by chance. Those two are blessed by the divine in a different way. And you will smile inside because you know it wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, and it wasn't privilege. It was law. It was feeling, it was steadfastness. It was your I am finally waking up to what has always been the truth. And before you turn off this video and go back to your life, I must make one final sacred request. Do not leave here without securing the continuation of this knowledge. That is why I have prepared a powerful digital book for you, How to Know If You Are Saved on Judgment Day. This is not an ordinary book to read. It is an instrument of transition between who you were and who you are becoming. Each chapter is a step in the elevation of consciousness. Each exercise is a key that opens a door that had been locked inside you for decades. And most importantly, it prepares you for when collective discouragement comes with full force to try and pull you back into the old reality. The link is pinned just below in the description and also at the top of the comments. It is not expensive, it is not difficult to access, but it is decisive. Those who have downloaded and read it have come back to tell me that their lives were never the same again. Do not delay. Deep content like this could be taken down at any moment for reasons I cannot explain right now. If your heart beat faster at any point in this video, that is your sign. Obey. Click, download, and start tonight. And in the comments, write, Amen, I receive, I am, as a decree of acceptance sealing everything that was sown here today. I bless you with the strength of the I am that dwells within you. I declare you prosperous, beloved, healed, free, victorious. I recognize before the proof arrives that your dream already exists in the higher plane and is descending the steps of the chain of events to meet you. React with faith. Do not let go of the feeling. Practice steadfastness. Practice steadfastness. Practice steadfastness. And I will see you in the next video, in the next elevation, in the next level of your awakened consciousness. May it be so, and so it already is. Amen.